Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Demented Death Farm Massacre 1986. Giving this 5 out of 5 stars. I love this flick. This is going to be another exploitation flick. What happened was there was a obscure, barely released 1971 called Shantytown Honeymoon. Fred Olen Ray bought the movie Shantytown Honeymoon, and he shot several new scenes with John Carradine for about 5 minutes as the Judge of Hell, and he gave it a limited theatrical release as Demented Death Farm Massacre, which is a version that I saw. Then he sold it to Troma in 1986, who released it on VHS. Troma later re-released it in various DVD packages alongside Curse of the Cannibal Confederates, which is the one that Adrian keeps telling me about, from 1982. Some Troma leftovers here, and then it's a triple feature set. Toxie's Triple Terror Volume 1. Okay, it's got Deathly Daphne's Revenge, which Adrian probably has, but I've never heard of. If he's got the 3 DVD set, Toxie's Triple Terror Volume 1. And then so it's weird. It's got the Troma intro that you always see on all the Tromaville movies, the Michael Hertz with the kind of skyscraper background, cheap looking thing, to let you know that it's a Tromaville flick. But the disc itself before that has Brentwood Studios, which I don't know anything about. Maybe you can tell me what that's all about. Maybe it's a subcontractor of Tromaville. But the good thing about these leftover Tromaville flicks is that you don't get the annoying Lloyd Kaufman bonus features on them. There's also a version of it called Honey Bridges from 1971, which again doesn't have the 5 minutes of the extra John Carradine footage, and that one's on Something Weird Video. So I don't know what happened to this movie, but you got Brentwood Studios, Something Weird Video, and Tromaville and Fred Olen Ray involved with this flick. So it's also known as Honey Bridges, Moonshiners Women, Shantytown Honeymoon, which is the original title, Hillbilly Hooker, and Little Whorehouse on the Prairie. And then Fred Olen Ray just got a hold of the Shantytown Honeymoon. He added 5 minutes of footage with John Carradine, sort of like Roger Corman doing the extra footage, inserting the extra footage of Basil Rathbone into his Soviet science fiction movies, that kind of thing. So exploitation. They're calling it a horror film, but on IMDb, they're calling it a comedy. Is that for the unintentional humor? It's got to be one of those so bad that it's good type movies. Honey Bridges gets a 2.7 out of 10 on IMDb. And I don't think John Carradine's extra footage of playing the judge from hell would make any difference in that rating overall. Only 492 people know about this flick. So kind of obscure. Definitely one of those hidden gems. The DVD, oh shoot, says, first we plant the perversion, then we harvest the horror. Demented Death Farm Massacre, the movie. And the DVD cover art looks like looks a lot. The artwork looks a lot like the other two Tromaville movies, the Curse of the Cannibal Confederates and Deadly Daphne's Revenge. If you look at the cover art for Toxie's Triple Terror Volume 2, it looks like it's done by all the same artist for all three DVD covers. I could show that to you. I just closed it, not thinking that I was doing a movie review, and I know Adrian likes to see the DVD artwork. So let me go grab that. I gotta open it up and patch it back together again. Hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, so I posted the actual movie itself in the description box. You got to expand it though to see the links, and I put Cinema Snob's review in there. I didn't actually watch the Cinema Snob review, but I might watch it if I'm bored. Watching Evil Spawn and what's the other one? Name of the other one. Oh, I didn't do too bad ripping the there's the DVD artwork that I was telling you about. It's got the same artist for all three movies, as I was saying. Then I got Evil Spawn, another Fred Olen Ray flick from the same year, 1986. This might be one of the movies that got released after John Carradine died. There's the Evil Spawn, pretty cool. Little DVD artwork for you. Sorry to have taken so long to get that to you, but I didn't actually watch the Cinema Snob review. There's Flash Future Kung Fu right there. Looks pretty cheap. 2000 flick. I don't even know how I got Flash Future Kung Fu. Maybe I saw a review of it online a few years ago, or maybe my Japanese fan who stopped watching that channel probably unsubscribed. Maybe he recommended it. I don't think Adrian knew about it, but I could be wrong. So getting back to the movie, so these four jewelry thieves from New York, they go into the the hillbilly territory, and there's roadblocks all over the place. So they go hide in their Jeep and hiking through the woods to this moonshiner's little shack where he sells moonshine, and his name is Harlan, I think. What do they call him? Harlan? I think so. And he's got the the Ben Davis, what do you call those, suspenders going. The hillbilly outfit with the plaid shirt and the suspenders and everything. Harlan P. Craven is his name. And there's Reba Sue Craven. All the white women showing off their cleavage in this one. But there's not much in the way of nudity. It's all tricky camera angles stuff. A lot of blood feast type, bright red blood in this one with the pitchfork and the shot to the head kind of thing. But when Harlan stabs the city slicker with his pitchfork, it looked like he missed the first two attempts, and then the second attempt it's all bloody on his teeth and stuff. Kind of weird. Off camera special effects from 1971, very low budget, and yeah, so so Fred Olen Ray bought the film from Something Weird Video. He sold it to Trauma after the very limited release, retitled it again. C-grade hick trash is what it is. Anyways, cool flick, highly enjoyable. So the jewel thieves are trying to take over Harlan's wife. Harlan is kind of a Bible-thumping hypocrite guy who sells moonshine to the local whorehouse. And John Carradine kind of is in little 30-second spots throughout the movie, talking about Bible stuff and morality, Christian morality. I was expecting him to say, "Pull the string, pull the string," but he didn't do that. It reminded me a lot of Bela Lugosi in Glenda or Glenda. I think that's where he said, "Pull the string." But lots of underwear and two-piece bathing suits. And Harlan's checking out the one with the well-endowed thingamabobbers. And he doesn't want to give his much younger wife any never mind, even though they've been married for like 4 days. And the problem with Harlan is that he keeps drinking his supply of moonshine. he tells his sidekick, what was that guy's name? Toby. He tells Toby that he's tasting the product before it goes out to the market. He wants to make sure that it's top quality or something. But he's really getting drunk, listening to the radio. Some fire brimstone preachers is on the radio, so he just knocks it over. And once one of the city slickers takes his wife and starts trying to take over his moonshine business, that's when all hell breaks loose. And the pitchfork wielding Harlan P. Craven does this business with the pitchfork in the neck to the city slicker, who by now is also wearing the some of their friends' plaid shirt or something, just to fit in, so that the cops won't get suspicious or something. And so they run over the well, before that, the Harlan's wife, who's Reba Sue Craven, she beats the city slicker's girlfriend, the jealous girlfriend. They get in a cat fight, and she beats her over the head with a bottle of moonshine, more fake blood. And then after the pitchfork incident, they run over the other scantily clad white woman, and there's a final chase scene that leads to a bunch of running around in the forest with the final surviving city slicker. He kills Toby because Toby gets his foot caught in a bear trap. And pretty cool ending. Harlan P. Craven is in the forest running away, but then he steps in a hole or something, and he's limping on a stick as a crutch, and he prays to God, and then then he comes back home and he sees the diamonds, and there's a final scene with his wife sitting there. Pretty cool ending. I love this flick. Definitely highly recommended. Like I said, I didn't really watch the Cinema Snob review, so you can watch that in the description box. I got the trailer in there. Let me know if Cinema Snob caught on to something that I didn't catch, because normally I would watch his review and then sort of mention something that he caught in my review, kind of ripping off his video. But I didn't do that this time, so let me know if there's anything I missed that was in the Cinema Snob review that wasn't in my review. And I think it covered everything. I don't know where that Brentwood Studios comes from. It's still bugging me. That's only mystery to me at this point. But I think I covered everything. And cool. Got the movie, the trailer, and the Cinema Snob review in this description box. So check them out. Laters.